supporter, and you guys should debate me. But how's everyone doing this evening? I'm gonna wait for some people to join in, and then we'll start having a discussion, a talk, whatever you guys like, whatever you guys are up for today. But I am live on stream, so if you guys have any questions, comments, let me know. No one in here just yet, but we'll wait a few minutes, get some people in here. There's a lot to talk about: the truck driver, Palestine, Gaza, whatever you want to call it. Palestine is not a country technically, so not much we can say there. But let's wait and try to get some people in here. But I hope everyone's doing nicely. Happy Friday night. Friday evening. Let's see, we still got no one in here. We'll give it a couple more minutes. Hello, hello, hello. Let me know who's in here watching. Drop me a comment. Let me know. I'd love to know who's watching. We get a lot to talk about. Of course, we're gonna be talking about illegal alien immigrants. Of course, we're gonna be talking about should legal immigrants have CDL, commercial driver's license. Illegal alien immigrants should obviously never have any CDL licenses. Unfortunately, it's unfortunately, it's possible for illegal alien immigrants to get CDL licenses. California, Washington, all these different places. Like, they're just handing them out like pieces of candy. And especially we've seen, not trying to be racist here, not trying to mean racial things. Who am I kidding? Anything you say to the Democrats is racist. But, two people with the last name Singh have both killed 3 or 4 people with their driving skills. What's up with that? What's up with the Singh people? I think Singh people are normally from India, so what is up with these Indian people coming here and they don't know how to drive? First off, I don't know about the first guy, but the second guy was an illegal alien immigrant. He got a DUI. I love Israel. I don't think they had anything to do with that. It was a radical, liberal, leftist. We see the political climate in this country. We obviously know that the Democrats don't like Republicans. I mean, hell, this other Democrat politician was just calling for us to get rid of Republicans. She also said you need to go for the neck. What exactly does that mean? Is that something for violence, or what does that mean? Smash that like and subscribe button. If you guys have any comments, questions, anything you guys want to talk about, let me know. Slap that like button. We got a lot to talk about, you know what I'm saying? Should illegal alien immigrants have commercial driver's license? No, they should not have them. Hey, what's up, Bernal? How you doing, my friend? No, they should not have them. We saw this guy in California, last name Singh. We saw this guy in Florida, last name Singh. They both, I believe, are from India, don't know how to drive, and don't know anything about how to drive in America. So, and second off, the one in California had a DUI. Even if you're a legal immigrant, if you're on a visa, a green card, if you get a DUI, I think you should be deported and removed immediately and barred from re-entering Hello? Testing, testing, testing. Hello? Okay, now we can hear. Fantastic, guys. We can hear now. Very strange. I wasn't sure what was happening there. So yeah, Bernal, as I was saying, I messaged you. I don't know what you want me to check exactly in the Discord. Smat. The thing is, I'm not missing half an eyebrow. I normally dye my eyebrows, to be honest with you. But yeah, this side definitely needs to be dyed a bit more. But don't worry, I go straight. I have, females dye my eyebrows for me. Oh, I think I know what's happening there. Address, double check, brother. Let me see what I sent you before. Yes, sir, that is 110% correct. And here, I'll send you my full name. There you go, that's my name. Free Gaza from Hamas. I think that's what we can agree on 110%. We love Israel in general. Why wouldn't we like Israel? What do you think of Harry Potter? I don't know, is there a new one out or something? But yeah, I watched the news. So as I was saying about the illegal alien immigrants, should illegal alien immigrants have a commercial driver's license? No, I don't think so. But here's the next question. That's an easy question to answer. Of course, illegal alien immigrants shouldn't have commercial driver's license or even regular driver's license. But let's move on to the second question. Should legal immigrants have commercial driver's license? Now, my personal opinion, unless they're from Mexico or Canada, maybe the answer should be no, or we should make it at least a little bit harder for them. At least a little bit harder for them. Even if they come from Europe, I don't care. We had a bad, terrible accident in Ontario, California. What happened there? Was it from an immigrant, or was it from just someone just not knowing how to drive? Legal immigrants are fine, but the thing is, I'm fine with them as people and coming here in general. I love legal immigrants, but the thing is, if you're coming from India, if you're coming from England, where you drive on the other side of the road, I think it's going to be harder for you to learn the commercial driver's license, business and industry. But I'm going to have my truck driver friend, come on here tomorrow morning. We'll talk about this. A truck driver with no documentation. Was that the one that was on the news? The guy with the last name Singh, he had the head thing around him. What is it called? The turban? What have I done to help the U.S.? I've paid my taxes. I've given money and food to the homeless people. I've helped many people in my personal life. What have you done? I've also spread the good messages that this channel provides. Well, I'm not rage baiting yet. Oh, since we have someone asking me to release the files, I have something for you guys. If you guys don't like Epstein and you don't like pedos, drop a super chat. Unless you like pedos, then don't drop a super chat. But everyone has 99 cents. It ain't gonna change my life and it ain't gonna change your life. 99 cents is less than a water bottle at your local convenience store. And if you can't even drop that to prove to me that you don't like pedos or Epstein, then there might be something going on that I don't know about. We want MAGA forever. Of course I've done good things just because it's the right thing to do. Every time I see a homeless people, I never let them go hungry no matter what. As long as they're just asking for food, I never deny them. Never. First off, we can go to the Bible where it talks about Israel. So if you're a Christian, you should support Israel. Who's your favorite president? I mean, throughout history, that's going to be a hard one. But my favorite president in my lifetime, Donald J. Trump. But smash that like button. Salute, Graham. How is that for a super chat? Holy shit, for now. Wow, man. I really appreciate that. You're the man, dude. Have a great Friday evening. That's amazing, man. Really, really appreciate you. Big Bernie L. Big Bernie L. And don't forget, do we got anyone in here from California? Drop me some likes. Drop me some likes and drop me some comments. Because I'm curious to know if we got anyone from California in here. What's up, Melissa? You look familiar. Do I know you? How come I can't click on your profile? Republicans rule? Nope, from Bolivia? I know another Melissa. She's from Bolivia too. Modern Israel is not biblical Israel. Well, every country makes mistakes. Oh, here we go. I'm not gonna reference a Bible verse to talk about Trump. As much as I like the Bible, I don't think it's good to, compare Bible verses to man, because obviously man is sinful. I think we all agree about that. Shut up, California Republican. I'm not from California. But guys, give me a second. I put something in the oven. The cookies are ready. It's not actually cookies, but give me a moment. I'm back. So do we have anyone from California? Anyone from California in here? Because we need Bernie L for 2030 in California as governor. We have Gavin Newsom, which is obviously a failure. We need a common sense business owner, an intelligent man, a man that cares about the common man, like who cares about local businesses, small businesses, all kinds of different businesses. We need someone with a bit of common sense. California here. Shout out California. If you see Bernie L on the ballot in 2030, you already know who to vote for. In 2026, he's not going to be running, but vote Gavin Newsom out. I mean, should we tell him to vote Gavin Newsom out? Bernie L would probably say yeah. But if I say no, don't vote him out, here's the bright side for Bernie L. If Gavin Newsom does get another term, which I don't think is going to happen, he's going to have even greater chances of getting elected. But quit taking Adderall. I don't take anything. Just Turkish coffee, regular coffee. Gavin, you're fired. No way. Only Dems, I think you meant to say. Modern Israel was not formed in 1948, but we can get into this huge debate and conversation about it. You just believe in propaganda, basically. But smash that like and subscribe button. Can we get to 50 likes? ETH, I'm not gonna read that, dude. Bernie L for California governor 2030. I mean, if you want a whole discussion about Israel before 1948, we can have a whole discussion about it. It was not 100% formed in 1948. Jesus is from Bethlehem, so I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you there. Israel is the Holy Land. I mean, I'm pretty sure the structures and the walls and everything that was in Israel was not formed in freaking 1948. To all the smart asses out there that were saying Israel was made in 1948, what country was there before? Please go ahead and tell us. The people that are saying this kind of bullshit propaganda are the ones that are literally, wishing for Palestine to basically take over Israel or for Israel to stop existing. Hey, what's up, North Carolina Tyrant Hunter? How you doing, brother? It was not Palestine. Palestine was never a country. They denied statehood 6 times. They denied statehood 6 times. Tariffs work, dude. Tariffs are amazing. I have at least 3 or 4 friends that are all restaurant owners, and every single one of them tell me that their restaurant is doing great. Absolutely fantastic. If you have any questions or comments to ask, you can drop a damn super chat. Just like everyone else, don't ask me if you can ask me a question respectfully. Hey, help New York City Tyrant reach 200K, man. Come on stream with me, man, and you'll reach 200K, dude. And like, if we stream together for a week, you'll reach it. Well, considering these 4 friends live in many different places in many different states around the country, yeah, it's a pretty good gauge of the economy. I mean, let's be honest here, Democrats. You didn't have a job 12 months ago, and you still don't have a job. So it really doesn't make a difference if it's Biden or Trump. You're not going to get off your lazy ass. But you know what you will do? You will cry. You won't start a business. You won't get off your lazy ass. You won't try to do anything productive, or you won't even try to do this. You won't even try to be a content creator. You won't even try to do this or that. You'll just sit there on your couch enjoying your narcotics and just waste all your time. North Carolina, not New York City, yeah. Luckily for you. If you're a Democrat and you have a job, congratulations. I'm not speaking for all Democrats. I have great Democrat family that have great jobs, but I'm just saying, before Trump, you still didn't have a job. When Biden was president, you didn't have a job. Now Trump is president, you don't have a job, and you are threatening to rob and loot and steal from stores because the Democrats want to shut down the government, and you're not going to get your food stamps next week. I'm here to tell you the truth behind this government shutdown. When something is a blatant lie from the Democrat media, like telling you that illegals don't get free health care, which they do, I'm here to tell you that's false when they say they don't get free health care, because they do get free health care. But when the Democrats say that they're not going to get food stamps possibly next month, I'm here to tell you that is a 50% chance. It is possible, it is probably truthful. Here, I'll even say maybe 70% chance if the government is still shut down next month, you're not going to get your food stamps. Now, what do I think is going to happen? I see more and more Democrats turning on their own party. They're saying they're doing this to try to make Trump look bad. They're doing all this stuff, not even for the insurance, because they could just pass this continuing resolution and they could go back and negotiate fixing things on insurance and other things. So they don't really care about insurance or fixing this and that. Like, it's not really about that necessarily. It's not really necessarily about that, but it's what it's about is making Trump look bad and trying to, take advantage. A couple Democrat lawmakers were trying to take advantage and push people into certain laws and stuff that they don't want. The shutdown is all Democrats. I mean, how many times have the Republicans voted now to try to reopen the government? It's been at least more than 11 times. More than 11 times. The Republicans, I mean, not the Democrats, the Republicans and the Democrats, we're not really talking about anyone specifically, have tried to meet and reopen the government. And every single time we're just missing, all we need is a handful of Democrat voters to reopen the government. Literally, we have 51 seats. We just need a handful, just five Democrats out of 49 Democrats, we can't get even 10% of them to vote to reopen the government. I mean, they really don't care about, the Democrat people. People aren't going to get their food stamps. They might not get their Medicaid. They might not get their Social Security, like I said before, but this ain't looking too good. They don't care about the common worker. Now, I have friends that are, truck drivers, right? Like probably maybe 4 or 5 friends that are, about 5 friends that are truck drivers. So a couple of them said this. They're all doing good. Like with Trump's economy, they're all doing really good right now. People will tell you that truck drivers aren't doing good, which is a lie. But truck drivers are doing good. The only truck drivers that are losing their jobs are the ones that don't know how to speak English because of Trump's new law. You have to know English to be a truck driver, which makes sense. Road signs are in English. But the only truck drivers that are not doing good at this very moment, which is one of my friends, because he does mostly, equipment with government related projects and stuff like that. So he's only gotten one load this week. He normally gets about, 5 or 6 loads a week. But now he only got one load this week, and he thinks it's because of the government shutdown. I'll have to agree with him there. But business is starting to slow up for stuff that's related to the government, and it's because they want this government shutdown because the Democrats, I think, in my opinion, are trying to cause the economy to crash down, or they're trying to cause something bad, or they're trying to make the military complain. Someone today, one of Trump's friends, I don't know who it is, but I have my guests. Basically, a donation came today for the White House. It's not a loan, it's nothing like that. This is just straight hard cash. $120 million to pay the military's next salary. Because we had some money that we were scraping up from all these Democrat programs we cut, and we had some money laying aside, which is, almost enough to pay the military, but we were 120 million short. One private individual, one private dude, he said, I'm going to donate $120 million, but I want it to be anonymous. I don't want credit for it. I don't want promotion for my business. Now, there's a couple people I can have in mind. I think it might be Elon Musk. You want to know the truth? I think Elon might have donated $120 million to pay the military. Elon is very patriotic, and I could see him saying that he doesn't want money to keep the country, or he doesn't want the country to go to shit because the Democrats are going to close it. And he knows how evil and demonic some of these Democrats are. I mean, one of these Democrat politicians today were talking about we need to get rid of these Republicans permanently. We need to aim for their necks. I'm like, what is that? Better be does not sound too good. I don't know if she means figuratively or she means physically, or I don't know if that's a threat or not, but that sounds like demonic democrat rhetoric to me. It doesn't matter if it doesn't matter how many Senate members are, 50% of the Senate is Republicans. Okay, cool. We have 51 seats. We need 60 votes to pass. It's like the Democrats can't, do a simple logic. Actually, yeah, that means we would need about 8 more or 9 more votes. Sorry, I don't know why I said 5 before, but we need about 9 more votes because we have 51 in the Republicans and 49 in the Democrats. We need 60 votes to pass. So we need a bit like 15% of the Democrats basically to vote to pass this continuing resolution bill. The same continuing resolution bill that passed 19 times under Joe Biden. I'm kind of getting sick of this government shutdown. Does it affect me really too much? Not really. I don't really care too much. I'm not on any government programs, but I have, friends and family that are getting affected. First off, family that needs their Social Security. I don't want that to get cut. Second off, friends in the military, friends in the trucking industry, friends in other government businesses and government places like that. It's not good for the country in general. And I don't know why people are taking this so lightly. Instead of protesting No Kings, which you should have gone out and protested this government shutdown. But I guarantee you, when you don't get your food stamps and you don't get your, SSI check and all your other shit, you're going to start protesting in the streets. Or you're going to just start looting and robbing stores. But what we should have been protesting is the government shutdown. We should have been protesting the Democrat Party to reopen the government. We shouldn't have been protesting this or that. We should have been protesting the Democrat government. What are we protesting for No Kings? That's not going to do anything. No Kings is going to do nothing. What we need to do is focus on the damn Democrat Party to reopen the government. Like, this is the #1 priority right now. Like, once again, my personal opinion, I'm not here to say perfect things about Trump, but if the government is still shut down come November 1st, if we get the Chinese tariffs, if we get all these new high tariffs at the same time we have, government shutdown, it might be a really bad month for the stock market. But then the stock market will rebound. Everything will go back to normal. We'll reach all-time highs in the stock market. But the job market and the stock market might do really bad for 1 month if the Democrats are trying to get their way. Hey, Trinity, how are you? It's just my opinion. Just my opinion, but smash that like and subscribe button. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything you'd like to talk about, drop some super chats. Let's hear what you guys got to say. I'm all here for it. Nothing is rage bait. I don't have dual loyalty. I just like Israel, and I also like the United States. And guess what else I like? I like Argentina as well. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. We did a loan to Argentina, a loan that came from the private sector. None of this was taxpayers' money. So I don't know what's the big crybaby about. I mean, you have a freaking issue with Israel, yet you give every single year. Okay, we've been helping Israel out here and there for 75 years, right? We've helped illegal alien immigrants in one single year more than we've sent Israel in 75 years. We've sent them around 250 billion. We help the illegal alien immigrants out with 451 billion every year. So that's 75 years of Israel, which we love, versus 1 year of undocumented immigrants that the Democrats say, oh, that's fine if we help them. Okay, now let's do another comparison. Ukraine war, 3 years, $300 billion versus Israel, 75 years, $250 billion. Which one is the issue here? And not to mention, Israel has the number one intelligence agency in the world. They give us all kinds of secrets about other countries. And even if they don't, even if you say they do nothing, isn't it worth supporting some kind of democracy in the Middle East? I mean, the only country that's somewhat stabilized and has free democracy and doesn't believe in all this kind of stuff that's crazy with the radical Islamics. Like I said, I don't care if you're Islamic, but when it comes to radical Islam and terrorism bullshit, I don't support that. Looks like we got some Nick Fuentes supporters in here. No immigration, period. Why is there a ballroom in the White House? Why is there Shouldn't you be asking why is there a basketball court in the White House? Or why is there a private pool in the White House? Like, the ballroom should be the last thing on your mind, dude. Why are we making a ballroom? You aren't making anything. First off, you didn't pay for it. That was Trump and his buddy paid for the ballroom. Second off, there wasn't a basketball court, dummy. Sir, there is still a basketball court in the White House. Look it up. Obama put it there. I guess you know nothing about anything. But your taxes didn't pay for shit. First off, you probably get all your money back at the end of the year. Second off, your taxes didn't pay for the ballroom. Trump paid for that ballroom. It was not a tennis court. It was a basketball court. The White House has been demolished before. The East Wing, the part that he destroyed some of it, was only built since 1948, 1949. Hey, I thank you sincerely, May. Appreciate you. I'm doing good. How are you guys doing? If you guys have any questions, comments, anything you want to talk about, feel free to drop some super chats. I'm open to talking about whatever you guys want to talk about, especially if you want to talk about Israel or anything like that. The basketball court. Let's look up, how much did Obama's basketball court cost? I guarantee you it was more, but we can look it up. I'll tell you if I was wrong. Let's see. The public price is not disclosed. Public, probably 4 million, maybe something like that. I don't know. But first off, why does it matter? It was funded with your money. That basketball court was funded with your money. This ballroom is not funded with your money. Smash that like and subscribe button. We got a lot of questions. If you guys really have any questions or comments, you guys are spamming the comment section down below. If you really have any comments or questions, you can drop some super chats. We can talk, we can discuss literally anything about what you want. But when you guys are just spamming, I can't even read all the comments this fast. Level up the likes. Let's get to 100 likes. Smash that like and subscribe button. If you guys have any questions or comments, even if it was just paint on a tennis court, which I don't think is true, there's been many different renovations and changes by many different presidents that you can't just explain away. And they were all paid with your taxpayer dollars. So quit the bitching and look up some facts. I've already talked about that Argentina situation again and again and again and again, and you guys still haven't learned a single damn thing or done any research. But smash that like and subscribe button. If you guys have any questions or comments that you actually want me to talk about, you're not gonna get your way by spamming. You gotta drop a super chat. We have the same problem in Canada. Yeah, you do have a problem in Canada. I went to Toronto. It smelled like, curry and feet. There is no superior race. Everyone's equal. As long as you're a kind-hearted person or a good person in general, or just a halfway decent human being. How about we lower the standards? And also, you smell good. Palestine is already free. We got a lot of Nick Fuentes loonies in here. Donald Trump 2028, 2032, and 2036. I'm good, man. How are you? Smash that like and subscribe button. Let's get to 100 likes. What are my thoughts on slavery? It should be illegal, obviously. Unfortunately, lots of other countries still have slavery to this day. Like I said, we're getting a lot of the same questions over and over and over again. But you guys don't have any super chat questions, comments? Spam that like and subscribe button. We got some Diddy and Epstein supporters in here. You know what? You guys are going to troll me about Diddy and Epstein, so I'm also going to ask something of you. If you guys have any, if you guys don't, how can we debate? Join my Discord, brother. Join my Discord. I like everybody. It doesn't matter. Trans people, they shouldn't be pushing it on kids. That's disgusting. I didn't see your comment. If you want your comment to be seen, drop a super chat. Or drop a super chat if you don't like pedos and you don't like Epstein. If you don't like pedos and you don't like Epstein, drop a super chat. Otherwise, you're sending a message to tell me that you do like Epstein and you do like pedos. But it's completely up to you. Since you guys want to, talk about Epstein so much, I'm just curious. Trump is helping the United States more than any other president. Alberta, sure, it can be the 51st state. Why not? He's lowered the taxes. He's closed the border. I can keep talking all damn night about what Trump has done. If you want me to answer your question so damn badly, you gotta drop a super chat. Every super chat gets 100% response rate. Have you ever took a look at the Talmud? Yeah, I have before, and just so you know, just so you know, Christian Christian Jews don't follow that Talmud. You probably didn't know that. And by the way, the Talmud is not the same thing as the Torah. The Talmud is basically a bunch of things from, Orthodox Jews that they're basically telling you from a bunch of Orthodox Jews that they written themselves and give you some messages and stuff like that. It's not the same thing as the Torah. Not all Jews believe in the Talmud. Smash that like and subscribe button though, fellas. Judo Christians, Christian Jews, whatever you want to call them. I like Trump, I just don't like Israel. Why not? Why not? Why wouldn't you like Israel? What did they do to you? You can't say that. You can't say it's because of the money, because we give more money to undocumented immigrants in Ukraine and also Argentina, even though that's a loan. And you can't say it's because of the Palestine thing, because we got Palestinians killing one another. We got Palestine killing their own women and children, and also because they attacked Israel first on October 7th. So what can you say? What can you say why you don't like Israel other than just being anti-Semitic and you don't like someone because you feel like they're superior to you? Smash that like and subscribe button. If you guys have any questions, comments, feel free to drop some super chats. As you saw, that super chat that was a white flag. US Liberty, that was a white flag attack. You want to talk about how the FBI and Mossad were in on it together? I don't think you do. So let's not even go there. Discord is linked in my bio. Moderators free for all tonight. Yeah, let them go for it, man. I love to see how crazy they react. Do we have anyone in here that's pro-Israel like me? Can someone drop a super chat and let me know if you're pro-Israel, because it seems like everyone else in here just loves Nick Fuentes. They're in here thick right now. Okay, we got one person that's pro-Israel. 2 people that are pro-Israel. We got a couple people that are pro-Israel. We got more people that are pro-Israel. Hell yeah. The silent majority pro-Israel. Yeah, it seems like the people that love Hamas and love terrorism are all open mouth, loud mouths. Smash that like and subscribe button. Because Israel follows with our freaking country. Democracy, freedom. No, I'm not in Discord right now. Why are you spamming? How is it any way to benefit your life blaming the Jews for everything? Please answer that question first. I'll answer your question. But smash that like button. Let's get to 100 likes, fellas. Hey, we got a Hebrew brother in here. How you doing, man? I don't speak Hebrew, but I'm guessing you're pro-Israel. Okay, here we go. You're definitely an evangelical Christian. Not an evangelical Christian, but I did grow up around a lot of evangelical people. But I'm not an evangelical Christian, but I respect them. But they're a little bit more, how do I put this? They're a little bit more libertarian and extreme than I am. But if you're evangelical, that's fine. Got no problem with that. But I'm not evangelical myself, but a lot of my friends are evangelical. And that's kind of what evangelicals, I don't even want to get into it at the moment. I feel like they push a lot of people away from Christianity because they're over aggressive. I would say they're one of the most aggressive Christians, but I love evangelicals as well. I give all my respects to Trump for the ceasefire, and yet the liberals have a problem with it. Why do the liberals have a problem with the damn ceasefire, man? Makes no damn sense. Put a poll in chat for Israel. Okay, let's do it. Ask a Jew on his opinion on Jesus Christ. I mean, like I said, Judo Christians believe in Jesus, but probably didn't know that either. And also ask a Muslim on his opinion on Jesus. But let's do a poll. Let's do a poll, fellas. The poll's gonna be crazy. If you know anything about the Bible, the mark of the beast is not removable. So you should probably read a little bit more in Revelations before you say that this is the mark of the beast. Because the mark of the beast is not going to be something removable. A mark of the beast might be something that probably goes like that, but I'm not going to go any further. Because that, you can't remove it. Alright, let's do a poll. I just posted the poll. Judeo-Christian, sorry, Judeo-Christian. Judeo-Christians believe in Jesus. Okay, wow, we got a lot of Nick Fuentes supporters in here. But hey, at least 40%. That's pretty strong. Hey, what's up? That's an Iranian name, isn't it? Are you an Iranian Jew? Okay, Judeo-Christians believe that Jesus was our Lord and Savior and he died on the cross. But all Jews do believe Jesus existed, obviously. You won't hate or love Israel, that's fair enough. Not everyone believes Jesus existed. Some people just think it's a fairy tale altogether. Give us an argument that Trump is good right now. Inflation is lower. Let's give you the hard facts. Inflation is lower. GDP has grown. We've gained, even if you want to say some months we've lost jobs, overall we've gained over 1 million jobs. The economy's booming. The stock market's booming. Inflation is not 12%. What kind of crack are you smoking? Inflation was 9.8% under Joe Biden. Now inflation is roughly, 2.5 to 3%. Depends month by month, obviously, but we'll get an average at the end of the year. Funny, the same people saying that Trump has dementia are the same people that ignored Sleepy Joe was falling asleep for 4 years. Inflation is 2.5%, but I think for the month of September they said the average was 3%, which is lower than expectations because the expectations were supposed to be more. So do you guys have any actual comments or questions you want to talk about? You can feel free to drop some super chats. We'll talk about it. Hell, if there's some Bible verses you want to read, I'll be glad to read them, but I've gotten a couple so far. Shut the F up, Rimp. Bap 29, you aren't funny. Who are you talking to? You literally dropped a super chat to tell someone to shut up. I don't even know who you're talking to. Ghost commentaries, no. Can you play some music? I mean, I can play whatever song you want if you drop a $10 super chat. I don't mind. Ukraine opinions, I mean, I am a very, very small part Ukrainian. I think they're going to lose the war because they lost 30% of their land, and drones and missiles aren't going to regain that land. They would need probably a couple 100,000 troops. Not to mention Russia has authorized, you know, 2 million troops to storm Ukraine relatively soon. No, inflation was higher than that, but inflation has significantly lowered since Trump got in office, but okay. America first, always. But if you're referring to Nick Fuentes, then no. Argentina was a loan, and that was also mostly made by the private sector, but okay, you can cry about it, lefty. I mean, do your own research. Trump did sell Bibles, I think, for 50 or 60 bucks, but they were high quality Bibles. And nowadays, that's not a whole lot of money. I mean, it's a good amount. I'm not saying I 100% agree with that, but at least they were good quality Bibles. Gavin Newsom sold Bibles for $100 plus shipping, and you didn't say a damn word about it. So, what should the result of the Russian war be? What do you mean? What should the result be? That's not a good question to ask me because I can tell you what the result should be, but it's not going to happen. That's not how I would resolve it in the current situation we're in. Do you have family that is Ukrainian? Do you have anyone that's in Ukraine? Because I don't think we're going to win. We've just wasted a whole bunch of money. I didn't buy the Trump Bible, but you don't believe in capitalism, that's on you. Hey, Matt Productions, if you don't like Epstein and you don't like pedos, how about you drop a super chat? Or anyone out there, if you don't like Epstein and you don't like pedos, drop a super chat and tell me, because when you comment Epstein and Epstein over again, kind of makes me think that you like them and that you like pedos. But how should I know? You would have to drop a super chat to tell everyone. What should happen, or who should win, or what will happen, and who will win? Because you're asking questions based on emotion. That's basically what you're asking me, and I'm not going to give you an answer and tell you, well, Ukraine should win, Ukraine should get their land back, because I can say that all day long, but in reality, it changes nothing, and that's not going to happen. Epstein is a Mossad agent. He's also Jewish, like Dan. Who's Dan? And I do believe he had connections to Mossad, possibly. Why does that matter? Are you a Nick Fuentes supporter? Like, what's your obsession about Dan Schneider? Is it because he's a television producer and screenwriter and you're a failure, or what exactly draws you to Dan Snyder? Or why do you care he's Jewish? Do I believe everyone should have equal rights? Sure, why not? I already told you about that, know me. Give me a reason ICE is good. $450 billion in debt every single year. ICE is deporting illegal alien immigrants. Why would you put illegal alien immigrants in front of people that are trying to apply for visas and come here legally that spent tens of thousands of dollars that waited years and years. ICE is fantastic because they're getting rid of criminals, rapists, murderers, all these different kinds of people that you have no problem with. Ezekiel 23:20, please discuss it. This is important for the kids to see. It's the Bible. Sure. Give me a moment and I will pull it up. Okay, what did this guy say? Could you be friends with liberal or just people you disagree with politically? Of course. I have plenty of liberal Democrat friends and I have Democrat family. And sure, I could be friends with them. If you want to be friends with me, Andrew, you can join my Discord. I'll be friends with you if you're a Democrat. I don't know if you are or you're not, but I have friends that are communists. I don't agree with anything they say whatsoever. Socialist. Wouldn't really call them friends, but you could call them that. Maybe acquaintances, maybe friends. Sure, we're friends. Why not? But they're not like my best friend. But yeah, if you disagree with me, sure. Democrats, yeah, I have plenty of Democrat friends and family. One of my great friends is a Democrat. He's a lawyer. He's a decent guy, so and he takes care of his business and likes his family. So okay, let's go back to the Bible verse. There she lusted after her lovers, whose Gentiles were like those of donkeys and whose emissions was like that of horses. So what do you want me to do? Tell you what this Bible verse means? That's the Bible verse. This is basically this Bible verse is referring to Jerusalem and how it prostituted itself after the evil practices of Samaria. So you have to really know the history about Israel and the situation after some, you know, its usage of personification and offensive type language. It's basically a metaphor of Israel back in the ancient times of when, there's other religions and other people coming into there that were, unfaithful spouse to Yahweh, and they were whoring after other gods, which were like other religions and other people that were coming there. So that's my interpretation of this verse. Hey, thank you, Joval. Appreciate it. Hit that like and subscribe button. But yeah, this is definitely an interesting verse. I'm sure it can be interpreted in a bunch of different ways. Israel sent aid to children in Gaza, avoiding civilian casualties as a protocol for the IDF. Well, wait for you to debate someone. Well, I don't know if anyone wants to debate, but I hope you like and subscribe because I will be doing some debates tomorrow. But basically, this Bible verse, this guy doesn't really fully understand this Bible verse. He thinks it's something negative about Israel. But if you really look into the many different interpretations of it, this goes back to the Samari time, which I believe is when they were worshiping many false idols and false gods. But we can do a quick search on that as well. And let's look it up real quick. It's when they were worshiping many other gods. Yeah, see, Samari's worship of other gods, known as, I don't know what that word is, was a mix of lordship while also serving foreign deities, which condemned by biblical prophets. So, is exactly what I said. This Bible verse, Ezekiel 23:20, basically goes into, back then in Israel where there was the Samari people, Samaria, however you say it, the evil practice of Samaria. They were worshiping, God, but they were also worshiping many other false idols. So That's what this Bible verse is about. It's not about anything negative about Israel or anything like that. What about the truck drivers? I talked about truck drivers already. What's going on? I debate for free. You just gotta join in the Discord. Smash that like and subscribe button, fellas. If you guys have any comments, questions, feel free to drop some super chats. We can talk about whatever you guys want. I figured I would send, oops, click the wrong button. I figured I would send the Discord link here so you guys can join. Well, let's see what other news we can find out. I'll probably go for another minute or two and then I'll hop off. Smash the like button. I mean, they can get Medicare, those 80-year-olds. Smash that like and subscribe button. Could you do me a favor, good sir? It would mean a lot. I don't know what favor you want, but I don't know you, so probably not. I don't know what any of your comments were, and I get over 5,000 comments per live stream. How am I going to respond to every single one? If you have something you want me to respond to, you can drop a super chat. I've responded to every single super chat. Can we get to 100 likes? Well, I'm going to go ahead and end this poll because it's what it is. It's not going to change. My so-called leftist friend, my so-called leftist friend, he start talking about politics, but he gets very offended when I ask for proof. Then he has the nerve, he doesn't want me to talk to him about politics. Yeah, sounds about right to me. I just told you, you can get government and funded insurance. Or, just retire if you're 80 years old and move to another country where it's super cheap and there's free healthcare. But once again, you can get free government funded insurance for, older people, especially if you're in your 80s, like you said. So, and second off, 23K a year. Is it one person or two people? Still shouldn't be 1,000 per month per person. That's way off. Way, way off. But I guess I wouldn't be surprised, maybe. Smash that like button. Do we have any final questions or comments? Drop a super chat or I'm going to hop off here in a minute. But I appreciate everyone coming on. I never said it would be free. Peace out, Brunel. Manny, I got bad news for you. I don't gotta beg you to subscribe to my channel, but I would appreciate it. I mean, I think they should release it regardless, but they have released it, but oh well. Our soldiers are getting paid right now. I have many friends that work in the military and they received their last check on the 15th. Also, someone privately donated to, the Trump administration $120 million for the next payment. So not much to tell you there. All right, guys, I'm going to ask you guys one more time. If you have any final questions, comments, anything you want to talk about, you can drop a super chat. If not, I will be back on here tomorrow at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard with my show with Dustley. If you have a question, drop a super chat. I'll give you 5 or 10 more minutes of my time. If not, I'm going to hop off. Trump $230 million lawsuit. Awesome. That's right, Snuffles. No outside tents being set up. All right, fellas. I'll see you tomorrow, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the morning show. Peace. Peace, peace, peace. Shouts out to Berniel. I'm the opposite of Nick Fuentes, but peace. Good night, Trinity. Good night, Bill. Cassidy, Mr. Cassidy, I don't know why you come on here every day just to hate watch, but it's hilarious. Thank you for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button. Good night, everybody. Oh, wait, the Half Pint Gunner. He dropped something. Is there anything you wanted me to say or talk about, or was it just for the support? I'm waiting to see if he's going to say anything. Can we get to 90 likes? Shout Gucci? Shout out Gucci? Alright, shout out Gucci then. Not sure what that means, but he's not going to stop food stamps. It's the Democrats that shut down the government. We already been over this. Anything else, fellas? Anything else I should talk about? Any other last minute super chat questions or comments? If not, I'm going to hop off. What do I think down about the tearing down of the White House? I think that's interesting wording. I think that I'm not going to do much, more questions or comments about this, but definitely I'll keep it short for now. Definitely look about the history of Obama's basketball court, FDR's, FDR's private pool, and all the other presidential renovations that your taxpayer money paid for. The ballroom will bring billions of dollars of deals. I don't know, man, but you should join my Discord. I'm gonna hop off now. Peace out, guys. See you guys tomorrow. I have no idea. The public cost isn't really disclosed for most of these things, but you can do your own research. I recommend it. Peace.